Hello, Kayla. Are you by any chance still in the store?
Yes, I am. Did something happen?
Oh, no, nothing in particular. But could you be a dear and buy some persimmons for me?
Oh? That's unusual. We never buy persimmons. Well, how many should I get?
I don't care. Just make sure it's a lot. There was a special segment on this show I've been watching where they were featuring persimmons as a miracle cure-all. They're one of those foods that helps keep the doctors away. How about we give some to Anne to eat? I'm sure as soon as she takes one bite, she'll be cured.
I mean, I can buy them if that's what you want. It can't hurt, and she likes fruits. But Anne's illness can't be cured with food alone. It might help her, but it can only do so much. It's a chronic illness. There's not really a cure out there anyway, just management of symptoms.
What's that? Giving up so soon? Why, you won't know until you try. I've been thinking about it for a while now, but is it truly a good idea to have her rely on medicine so much? Medicine can become a poison, am I wrong? How dangerous. Something so unnatural can't be good for her.
It's true that can happen, but it's for the best that Anne takes her medicine long term. Her doctor prescribed it to her, after all, with specific instructions. I think they'd know best. I don't have to worry so much about her. As long as she takes it properly, she'll be fine.
This is exactly why your generation's bodies are so weak. She can't build up her strength like that. As soon as you feel even a little bit ill, you toss back some pills and that's it. You don't give your immune system a chance to work its magic. That goes for those damned vaccines, too. If you let your kids roll around in some dirt, they'll get the antibodies they need in no time. Everyone coddles their children too much these days. It's why people are always getting sick. And to be frank, I doubt that medicine will cure anything. Don't you feel bad for making a little girl take it every single day? Why bother when it won't cure her?
Again, she has asthma. We have to take preventative measures to prevent any episodes from occurring. Just because a treatment won't cure an illness or treat it 100% doesn't mean it's not worth taking. And even if she seems fine and isn't showing any symptoms, she still has to take it every day. The fact she's doing better now means it's working. If we stop just because of that, they'll all come back.
That's why I'm telling you. That attitude is no good. That's all an excuse so you can completely rely on medication without doing anything yourself. Listen up. Your body is like a car. It's only as good as the fuel you put in it. That means food. You are what you eat. If you pick the right food and build your immune system, you can have a nice and healthy body in no time. Anybody can do it. It's just no one wants to try. Everyone wants their good health handed to them on a silver platter without working for it.
I do think eating good food is very important. But there are some things that you just can't fix with that alone. Eating healthy won't suddenly cure a cancer patient. It's not as easy as you say it is. In times like that, it's good to have medicine.
Oh, that's not true! You're making excuses so you don't have to try harder. If you watch the food she eats better, she'll certainly be cured. You simply haven't been vigilant enough. Listen to yourself. Aren't you relying on doctors and hospitals too much? For Anne's sake, put more effort into picking the right foods for her. I think that'll do her much more good. Oh, and I hear a lot of talk about essential oils these days. It's a more natural alternative to medicine.
I do consider the nutritional balance of the meals I make for her. I also look up ingredients that are good for coughs and asthma as well. Although I think we need to stay away from the essential oils. Natural doesn't always mean good.
And I'm telling you that clearly your efforts haven't been enough. You don't get a gold star just for trying. You have to face the issue head on. Focus on curing Anne and give her better balanced meals. What you've been doing isn't good enough. You're her mother, aren't you? We didn't always have modern medicine. In the past, everything was cured through food and traditional medical practices. None of that manufactured chemical stuff. Surely you can use those same methods even now and they'll work like a charm.
I wonder about that. A lot of people used to die because they didn't have the medicine needed to help them. The average human lifespan has extended considerably thanks to modern medical advancements.
Oh, I've had it. If you want something done right, you ought to do it yourself, I suppose. Starting from today, I'll be making all of Anne's meals for her.
What? You are? I was thinking of making Anne's favorite Salisbury steak for dinner tonight. She'll be disappointed.
See that? All you do is feed her the stuff she likes. That's not healthy at all. That's why she hasn't been cured from her illness. I'm banning her from taking that damned medicine, too.
No! That's the one thing I can't allow. Her asthma has finally calmed down. I won't have you ruining that. And even if she no longer has symptoms, the doctors instructed us to keep having her take them anyway.
What's that? You won't trust me.
It's not that. We just have orders from a doctor who specializes in treating kids like Anne. I don't want her to stop taking the medicine without permission. If her symptoms come back, the one who suffers will be Anne, not us. I think banning her from taking that medicine is the wrong decision. At the very least, we need to talk to a doctor first.
Oh, it's all in one ear and out the other with you, Again with the doctors and medicine. It's so difficult to share a house with a believer in the cult of medicalization.
Say whatever you'd like. No matter what, I'm going to have her continue taking that medicine.
Fine. Have it your way. I'll find a cure to her illness on my own. I don't need your help. Incidentally, you do know I raised your husband in perfect health to adulthood, yes? Yet you dare talk back to me. If Anne's illness is cured as a result of my cooking, I'd like you to get on your hands and knees and apologize.
If you do heal her illness, I'll apologize to you as many times as you'd like. I care about her health and happiness more than anything.
Indeed, since you seem to love contradicting me. Just you watch. I'll have her up and running like any other child her age in no time.
What on earth did you do?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Anne's medicine. You went behind our backs and threw out her medicine, didn't you? I found the container in the bathroom's trash bin. Don't play dumb with me.
Oh my, I didn't know you were one to go digging through garbage. How disgusting. Does my son know of these strange habits of yours?
Don't change the subject. Explain the meaning of this at once. I found several days' worth of medicine along with her empty asthma inhaler. It should have been brought out with every meal. So why is it in the garbage?
My poor little Anne. I felt so sorry for her. There's some medicines that are just so bitter. And children are very sensitive to it. She seemed to be having such a hard time swallowing it. I told her she didn't need to push herself so hard and needlessly take it. It's not doing her much good anyway.
You do know she's still a child, right? You can't just make those kinds of decisions on your own. Could you not tell her things like that?
Oh, whatever. It's not a big deal. Nothing's happened, right?
That's not the problem here. By the way, where did you put the rest of the medicine? I don't see it anywhere. Tell me, where is it?
Oh, that. I threw them out, too. I took it out with the garbage this morning, so it's not here anymore. She hasn't taken that medicine for several days now, but she's been fine, hasn't she? You hadn't noticed a thing. I thought it wasn't necessary to keep around anymore and got rid of them.
Why on earth would you do that? Oh, I don't care anymore. I'm going out.
To where?
The hospital! Isn't it obvious? She doesn't have any medicine she can take tonight, so I have to get her some.
That's why I'm telling you, forget about it. There's no need for that medicine anymore. Just stop and let the girl live. She's fine without that medicine now. And that's thanks to me.
No, we're lucky she just happens to be fine right now. That's why I need to get her medicine before she starts showing symptoms again. You're not someone with any medical experience, so you have no right to be deciding these things.
You saw her today, didn't you? She was up and at 'em. Not only that, but she's over at a friend's house having fun right about now. I think you're a little too overprotective of her. You have to let kids run around without hovering over them like a helicopter parent.
You've seen how much she was suffering before we found the right treatment. I can't believe you'd say these things to me. Don't get me wrong, I am thankful that you fed her. But you did something so horrible as to throw away the medicine that works for her. Don't do anything for Anne anymore. You've caused enough trouble for us.
Why, you? I'm saying all this for Anne's sake. It's not like she collapsed or something. She's fine.
Excuse me? The whole point of the medicine is to prevent her from collapsing in the first place. If that happens, we're going to have to take her to the hospital. Why don't you understand? Rest assured, I'll be having a long conversation about this with my husband.
Go ahead. I don't really care. I raised him, after all. He'll surely understand my reasoning and take my side.
Is that so?
If anything, he'll hear about how you've been too dependent on that medicine and get on you for that. I wonder which one of us he'll get angry with. I look forward to your scolding tonight. I just got home. It seems I was correct after all.
Excuse me?
I saw Anne running around the playground just a little while ago. Isn't that wonderful? Thanks to me throwing out that dreadful medicine, she's all better now. It's exactly as I said. Now, do remember your promise and apologize to me. I'd like you to do it in person, of course.
What are you talking about? I'm not apologizing to you for anything. We're in the ICU right now. She collapsed from an asthma attack and was taken to the hospital in an ambulance.
She what? Why would you call an ambulance?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? After I bought the medicine, I went over to her friend's house to give it to her. That was right when she started having trouble breathing. I wouldn't have been able to get her to the hospital fast enough, so we had to call an ambulance. They're giving her medical treatments right now to stabilize her.
But I just saw her running around the playground! Could you not tell me such a ridiculous lie? I saw that girl was fine!
Perhaps it was a stranger you mistook for Anne. If she was running around, it must have been hard to tell without getting close.
It can't be. So you're saying she's actually in the ICU right now? You have to be lying to me. You just want to make me feel like I'm the bad guy here. And that's why you're telling me such a thing.
Do I seem like the kind of person to lie about something like this? This is your fault. You can't run away from that fact. The doctor was furious when he heard she wasn't properly taking her medicine as prescribed.
That can't be helped now, can it? She's a child. Children hate medicine.
I don't want you of all people to be saying that to me when you're the one who tempted her. We finally got her to start taking that medicine on her own, you know. But I was too naive. I let my guard down. I had no idea things would turn out like this.
Oh, you trust children too much. She's still in elementary school, no. A first grader at that. No matter how many times you saw her taking that medicine on her own, you shouldn't have let yourself rest easy.
Okay, seriously. Stay away from Anne from now on. I might have been partially at fault for what happened. I should have watched over her more carefully and double-checked that she was taking her medicine properly. But if you hadn't thrown it out in the first place, none of this would be happening.
Well, then in the end, this is all thanks to your carelessness. I just helped you out a little bit. Now you know exactly what'll happen if Anne doesn't take that medicine of hers.
You're one to talk.
Excuse me. What's with that attitude? Do you forget you're speaking to your mother-in-law?
I heard it all from Anne. She said her grandma told her that her medicine was poison. She became afraid to take it, so she didn't. But she was apologizing over and over again to me. She thought I'd be mad at her. How dare you tell a small child that? It wasn't about it being bitter. It was about her being afraid it was poison.
I mean, it's true. It is poison! It was worth protecting her from it.
No, the real poison here is you. I don't want to keep living with someone who'd make my child fear for her life when it comes to something that'd save her. My family and I will be getting far away from you. I won't let you put any more lies into my child's head.
Does that mean you're no longer going to live with me?
That's right. I don't want to live in the same house as you anymore.
My son won't allow that. He wouldn't abandon me. You have no right to be deciding anything.
Oh, yes, he would. My husband is absolutely furious, in case you didn't know. You sent his only daughter to the hospital. Do you think that's a small matter?
But since he's my son, surely he'll understand. He knows I didn't mean to do that. I mean, if you chase me out of the house, how am I supposed to live? Sorry, but I have no intentions of leaving this house.
If you won't leave, then we will.
Oh, is that how it is? I wonder if you'll be fine on your own with such a sickly daughter. You were all up in arms over a silly little attack like that. It's only natural for people with asthma to suffer. They'll get used to it and live.
What the actual hell? You have to be insane. You'd rather my daughter suffer than take her medicine all because you think that's more natural? I can't do this. I'm going to tell my husband about what you've been saying to me.
Go ahead. I'd worry more for yourself. Be sure you don't regret how you opposed your mother-in-law later. I will never forget how you treated me. And neither will he. Kayla, what's the meaning of this? Don't tell me you honestly are moving out.
Yep. Why are you surprised? I thought you knew.
But then, what's going to happen to this house?
Well, it was a rental, so we'll be canceling the lease this month. I recommend you start looking for a new place to live soon.
What are you saying? I don't have that sort of money.
What are you talking about? Don't you still have some of your husband's inheritance left over? Please do something with that and find a place to live.
There isn't much of it left. And I was saving it for an emergency, so I don't want to use it.
Is that so? Is this not an emergency? If there's any time to use it, it'd be now.
I shouldn't have to. If you're all going to be moving out, I'm coming with you. It's only natural as your husband's mother. You have to take care of me. Where's your new house? I'll pack up my things and go over there immediately. You won't come home, so that means you must already be living over there then.
No way in hell. We moved out specifically because we didn't want to live with you anymore. Why on earth would I ever tell you where we are? That defeats the whole purpose. I thought you didn't care if we moved out anyway.
But I didn't know my son would be moving out with you. We both come in a set. You can't separate us.
Wow. When I said we'll be leaving, I did mean all of us. Hilarious that you automatically thought your son would abandon us to stay with you. Well, you contacted me because he sounded like he was leaving you behind, right? I'm going to tell you this now, but no matter what you say to me, my husband will not change his mind. I'm not keen on convincing him otherwise either.
I mean, there's no way a son would abandon his mother. Of course I thought you and Dan were the only ones who were going to be leaving.
My husband is your son, but he is also a part of our family. If it's to protect his wife and child, he won't listen to what you say even if you are his mother.
But I'm his family, too!
Yes, that was true up until quite recently. But he doesn't want to consider someone who would make his daughter suffer needlessly his family. In fact, we've been thinking we want to cut ties with you forever. We want to keep her safe and happy, and clearly you're not someone we can trust to help us do that.
I'm telling you, I can't live on my own. If I can't live with you, I won't have enough money to get by.
Should have thought about that before you acted out of line. Besides, you're still in your 60s. As long as you're not picky about it, I'm sure you can find a place to work at.
You're telling me I have to get a job?
Yep. You don't have money, right? That's an easy solution to that problem. If you don't have enough money, then there's nothing else you can do but work.
You don't understand. There's no way I can. I was a housewife all my life. I have no work experience.
Well, actually, we live in an age where that might work to your advantage. Being a housewife is unpaid labor that requires a lot of skill. Maybe you can get a job as a house cleaner. Doesn't that sound nice? Oh, but if they catch you throwing anything out, you'll be fired immediately. Please take care not to do that.
I'm not going to get a job. What is this? I worked hard my entire life for the sake of my family, and this is the treatment I get. Don't you feel sorry for me? Why do I deserve this?
The only one I feel sorry for here is Anne. If she had been able to take her medicine like usual, she wouldn't have suffered like that. But because you scared her out of taking her medicine and threw it out, she wound up in the hospital. And it took a while for her symptoms to get back under control again. It was almost like starting over from square one. It was hard on her.
But I truly did that for Anne's sake. I thought I was doing what was best for her. How cruel of you to say that to me.
Do you want to talk about cruel? You said that it's only natural for people with asthma to suffer, didn't you? I won't ever forget how you made us out to be fools for daring to care about our daughter suffering from an asthma attack.
Oh, I mean, an eye for an eye. I was just lashing out at you. I didn't actually mean it.
That's immature coming from someone your age. It won't shield you from the consequences of your own actions. It's true that if you take too much of a medicine or if you take it the wrong way, it could become poisonous. But if you follow the doctor's orders and take it appropriately, it can be an effective form of treatment. It's true that people in the past might have been saved by a change in diet or traditional medical practices, but that has nothing to do with Anne. Her illness won't get better unless she's on medication. Yet someone like you with no medical experience or qualifications had the gall to make my daughter suffer. I never want to see you ever again.
Okay, I understand. From now on, I'll have Anne take her medicine as prescribed. I won't say anything about it. Thanks to this incident, I've understood good and well how important it is to her well-being. I'll reflect on my way of thinking and amend my ways. That means I can live with you guys now, right?
No, you can't. And I'm not negotiating with you.
Why not?
I heard from my husband that you're the same as always. The way you think about medicine and doctors hasn't changed since he was little. When he was suffering from the flu when he was younger, you refused to take him to the hospital. And even after he became an adult, you still scold him for taking medicine to help his headaches.
That's because you don't need medicine to fix a little cold or a headache. Your body is going to get weak if you're constantly reaching for the pills the moment you run into a problem.
Are you truly and honestly regretting your actions? I remember you saying these kinds of things since before the incident. You shouldn't have to wait until you're in agony before allowing yourself to take medication if it can help you. My husband had his doubts about how you'd handle giving her medication, but a part of him had hoped you would have changed by now. You saw how much she was suffering, so surely you've amended that way of thinking for her sake. But finding out you haven't at all was a huge shock for him. He cried by Anne's bedside, apologizing for not being careful enough and letting this happen to her. He was sorry for trusting his mother too much.
But he's just fine, isn't he? He grew to adulthood with no problems. He's perfectly healthy. That means my way of thinking is correct.
God, you don't actually regret anything. Are you hearing yourself? My husband may have turned out okay, but Anne's body is weak. Just because you two are healthy doesn't mean you can push your lifestyle onto others when it might not work for them. It's 2023! You waste all your time on tabloid talk shows. What kind of garbage have you been absorbing up until now? Why would you think that any of the information you glean from them was worth more than what a highly skilled doctor says?
It's not a waste. They have some valuable things to say. Like about what foods are good for health. I was taking everyone into consideration by making healthy meals.
I think it's great if good food leads to good health. But it's because there are some things that can't be treated with a change in diet that we have hospitals and doctors. You say medicine is poison, but eating too much or combining the wrong foods can lead to problems as well. If you can accept that, why can't you do the same with medicine? Why are you so vehemently against it?
Oh, how annoying. I told you I'll reconsider my thought process up until this point and fix it. That'll make you happy, won't it? Are you reading my messages correctly, or do you need glasses?
Granted, I'm not holding a magnifying glass up to them, but none of it reads like you truly have any intentions of changing your ways. I'm sorry to say, but I don't think we'll ever see eye to eye. If you think you've actually been correct this entire time, then please continue to be correct far away from us.
God, I told you I won't say anything about the medicine anymore! You're quite dense, I swear.
Say whatever you'd like at this point. I don't care. We're never going to live together with you ever again. That's how much we've lost trust in you.
You knew how much I doted on Anne, don't you? I even splurged a bit and bought her a nice backpack for school. All you've done is take from me, but now you don't have the heart to give anything back. You'd abandon me after all I've done. I won't forgive you.
Then I'll pay you back for the money you spent on Anne. That'll get you out of our hair for good, won't it? I think it'll just barely be enough to move out with, so use that money wisely.
That's not what I'm getting at here. This concerns my feelings, not money.
We don't care about you anymore. I'd like you to please understand that this isn't because of us, but because of what you've done. And we'd like you to at least reflect on it.
Why? All I did was not give her medicine for a few days. Sure, they took her to the hospital in an ambulance, but she's alive now, so what does it matter?
Thank you for saying that to me. Now I know without a doubt that leaving you was the correct decision.
I don't want to be alone. Please, Kayla, do something! Take me along with you. Living on my own at my old age is just too sad and lonely.
Again, this is all your own fault. We're disappointed in you. You've endangered not only my child's life, but also my husband's while he was growing up. You're lucky nothing ever happened to him. I can't believe you think everything's fine just because someone came out of it alive. Did you know some patients can wind up with brain damage from their asthma attacks because it can cut off their oxygen supply? What if that had happened to Anne?
I was just so worried about Anne. Everything I did was because I knew she had asthma and thought I could make it better.
Sure you did. By the way, I know everything.
What are you talking about?
You're on medication to treat your lower back pain, aren't you? If that's the case, why would you ban the rest of us from taking medicine?
Oh, it can't be helped at my old age. You're all too young for medicine. I honestly wanted to cure her, you know.
First of all, go on a specialized diet and cure your ailments that way. You bark at others to do that without practicing what you preach. What's wrong with you? You hypocrite. Your entire existence is a poison to our family. After that, I returned all the money my mother-in-law spent on my daughter. Honestly, we wanted to claim financial compensation from her instead. But if this is all it takes to get away from her completely, then it's a cheap price to pay. She'll stop yapping to us about money, and going after her for compensation will leave us open to her finding out where we are and interfering with our lives further. From what I heard, it seems she rented a simple studio apartment and is living there miserably on her own. She knows where our daughter goes to school, so she'd lie in waiting intending to ambush her. In order to protect our whereabouts, we drove her to school and brought her back home by car. My mother-in-law doesn't know how to drive, so it's not like she could easily tail us, luckily. After a while, she stopped showing up at all. She sent SOS messages to my husband frequently for a while, and he'd been ignoring all of them. But her messages dropped to once a week, to a couple of times a month, and then they seemed to be dwindling further. She's likely becoming too busy surviving to keep sending those messages, so hopefully they'll stop completely. Of course, if she ever pesters us about money ever again, we intend to just ignore her. We have no intentions of helping her. I explained to my daughter one more time how and why she needs to take her medicine, and she's begun taking it consistently by herself. She still hasn't quite gotten over what my mother-in-law put in her head. But when it comes to managing symptoms and illnesses, medication can be a true lifesaver. Of course, that's not to discredit the validity of a good diet in contributing to a healthy body. Even so, I'll take the doctor's orders on my daughter's condition into consideration and use whatever treatment regime I feel works best for her. I'm going to continue to watch over her, hoping that her illness can improve even just a little. She might not be cured, but I pray for the day she can have a body that doesn't need to rely on that medicine. I want to continue to feed my daughter delicious and healthy meals and support her for as long as I can. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, hit like and subscribe to see more content. See you next time.
Hey, Julie! How long has it been? Are you doing well? Are you even still alive? Oh, come on, don't be so sour.
What do you want? We haven't talked in 3 years, so why are you talking to me now?
Aha! I knew that you were still kicking about.
Just tell me what you want. Why are you messaging me after all this time?
I just have something really important that I think you should know.
What is it? I don't have all day. Can you just spit it out so I can get back to my life?
Oh, come on now. Don't be such a sour sport. This is really big, huge good news. Okay, here goes. Are you ready? Well, Brian and I are going to get married. Isn't that amazing? Are you shocked?
Okay. Is that it? Are we done here?
What do you mean? Don't tell me that you already knew. Who spoiled the surprise? Oh man, I really wanted to see the look on your face, but judging from your reaction, there probably wasn't even that much to look at. What a ripoff.
Yeah, I did know actually. Anyways, just what are you so proud of, huh? I heard that you were going to spend something like $50,000 on your wedding.
Oh, did you hear about that? Well, it's true. It is going to be a truly incredible time. I mean, can you believe that Brian would spend that much money on us?
It sure is a huge amount. I'll give you that much. But I just wonder where he got it all.
And just what do you mean by that, huh? Do you have something you want to say about my future husband?
Well, he had to pay me thousands of dollars in our divorce. I'm just wondering where he had $50,000 lying around.
Oh, are you still hung up on that? Yeah, it is true that he had to struggle a little bit after the divorce, but we came into some money. My dad died the other day, you see.
Oh, I had no idea about that. I'm very sorry for your loss. But seriously, can this conversation just end already?
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm not sad about it in the slightest. We got a huge inheritance from him, and it couldn't have come a moment too soon. It was perfect timing.
Wow. Did you seriously just say that? That is... yeah, I don't even know what to say.
Well, anyways, with all that money, we decided to go all out with our wedding.
Oh, I see. Well, good for you two, I guess. Anyways, can we be done now? I am pretty ready to get on with my life.
Well, anyways, you may have known that we got engaged. But I just wanted to let you know that you can expect an invitation in the mail soon.
Wait, hold on. You're going to invite me to your wedding? You can't be serious. I mean, what is the point?
Well, duh! Of course we are! Why wouldn't we want someone as special as you there?
Wait just 1 second. You're inviting your new husband's ex-wife to your wedding. Don't you think that's weird?
Well, we were inviting all of our old friends from college, and I realized that your name was missing. We can't have everyone but you there.
But everyone from back then knows that Brian and I used to be married. If I go there, then it's going to be awkward for basically everyone.
So what? I don't get what the big deal is. You just have to get over the fact that I stole your husband from you and make up with me. This is the perfect chance.
You can't be serious about that. You think it is even that easy to do? Even if it was, I certainly wouldn't want to. I want nothing to do with you at all.
Well, everyone else is saying just as much. So no one is going to have a problem with you being here.
Well, I am just not going. I knew this conversation was going to be a huge waste of time, and yet I decided to give you a chance anyways. What was I thinking?
Oh, please don't be like this. I'm trying to extend an olive branch here.
I don't want to be friends with you again, and I don't want to make up. I just want you out of my life. I never want to hear from you again.
Okay, so I guess I'll just send the invitation to you then. You're still at the same address, right? Make sure you call me when you get it so that you can let me know that you're coming. Thank you.
I just said that I'm not going. Don't ignore me. I am not going to go, and that is final.
Hey, Julie! What the heck is your problem? Why did you RSVP not going? You told me that you were going to be there.
Why don't you scroll up and reread some of those texts? Because I never said anything like that.
But I sent you an invitation! You're not supposed to turn down an invitation when you get one. What is the matter with you?
I told you from the beginning that I wasn't going to your wedding. Besides, I already have plans that day, so I wouldn't be able to make it even if I wanted to.
Wait, what? You mean that you're putting your own stuff before my wedding? Ugh! Just how selfish can you be? I don't believe this.
That's right. I think my stuff is more important than going to your wedding.
But why? What could be more important than going to my wedding?
How much time do you have? I can list things off all day.
No! This isn't right! You have to be there. I am demanding that you do.
Man, you're really persistent, you know that?
The whole day is going to be ruined if you don't come. You need to be there.
Just what is so important about me being there, huh?
Well, I want the whole gang from college there. And some of the other people told me that they wouldn't show up if you didn't show up. In fact, everyone from back then told me that they won't go unless you're there.
Wow, are you serious? Did they really do that?
Hold on a second. Did you tell them something? What did you do?
Oh, nothing really. They just reached out to me asking if I was really going to make up with you and if I was going to your wedding. Apparently you told them that I had already decided to go. So I corrected them and said that I wouldn't be going.
Wait, you did what? How could you do that?
Well, after that, everyone said that if that was the case, that they wouldn't be attending.
I don't believe this. Why would you do this? What were you thinking?
What are you talking about?
I mean that I wanted to make up with you, and now you've gone and ruined everything. Now it's all your fault that no one is coming. I am going to your house right now.
Wait, what? Don't do that!
Too late. I'm coming. And I am going to make you sign a contract that says you promised to be at my wedding. That way I can show it to everyone else, and then they'll change their minds about not going.
And you think that if you do that, it will make everyone want to go to your wedding?
Well, no, duh. Of course it will.
I really don't think that that is going to work out as well as you think it will. Anyways, I already told them all that I wasn't going.
But I can tell them that you changed your mind. Anyways, I'm going to be there soon. There is nowhere for you to run.
All right, fine. I guess I'll tell you. I can't attend your wedding because I'll be overseas on that day.
What do you mean?
Also, you should know that I'm engaged to someone else already.
You are? I had no idea about that.
Well, it's true. And his job is sending him abroad, so I am going with him. I'll already be gone by the time your wedding rolls around.
But then, I don't get it. Can't you just come back for one day?
Are you kidding me?
Does it sound like this is a joke to you?
You seriously need to calm down.
All right, that's it. I'm going to your house, and that settles it. Julie! What is the meaning of this? What is going on?
What are you talking about? What's happened?
Just what do you think you're doing, huh? What is all this?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Just calm down and tell me.
Why didn't you tell me that you were marrying Fred?
Fred? You mean Fred from college? No way am I going to be marrying a jerk like that. He's awful.
Hey! Don't you talk bad about him. What is the matter with you?
Honestly, what are you even talking about?
Out of all my past boyfriends, Fred is easily the best of them. So give him back to me right now. You don't deserve a guy like that.
Are you crazy or something? I know that you and Fred used to date, but aren't you marrying Brian? Why the heck do you need him back?
Don't you try and twist my words against me. So you are going with him abroad then? Well, let me take your place. I'll go instead of you.
Have you seriously lost your mind or something?
Are you seriously telling me that Fred is going to be leaving the country? That's so sad. I don't know what I'll do without him. You can have Brian back. Just please don't take Fred. It isn't fair that you get to be happy.
Are you not even reading my texts? I am not marrying Fred. And just where did you hear that I was anyways?
You have got some nerve trying to pull this nonsense with me. But fine. I guess I'll just have to steal him the same way that I did Brian.
Can you just please calm down and talk to me?
You are going to rue this day. You'll see. Julie, are you there? I just want you to know that Fred is all mine. You lose. Again.
Sorry, what are you talking about now?
Don't you see? I got back together with your fiancé, Fred.
Wait, hold on. Did you really get back together with him? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Now I guess you'll have to call off your wedding, won't you?
I was going to block you if you tried messaging me again. But then you didn't for 2 weeks. Is this why?
That's right. I wanted this to be a big surprise for you. Fred has always been my man, and now he's come back to me.
Well, you can have him. I don't really care.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean, I can't really say that I'm giving him back or anything. But I guess now I know what you've been up to lately. Anyways, thanks for taking care of my stalker problem.
Stalker? What are you even talking about?
Well, ever since Brian and I divorced because of you, Fred has been stalking me. I figured that he was trying to canvass my house to rob my valuables. but I was too scared to do anything.
But I don't understand. Why would he want to rob you?
Don't you know? Fred is drowning in debt.
Wait, he has debt? I didn't know that at all.
Well, it is true. And I think he heard that I was going to be moving abroad with my fiancé, so the stalking got way worse than it was before.
Wait, hold on. This is too much. I don't understand. But I saw you talking to him while he was standing outside your house.
Yeah, he was waiting around my apartment to try and ambush me. I felt cornered and was telling him to leave me alone. That is probably what you saw.
I don't get it. This can't be happening.
Yeah, that is probably what you saw. And then you just completely projected what you wanted to see onto that.
I don't believe it. How could this be?
Actually, come to think of it, you did say that you recently got a huge inheritance from your late dad, right? Well, you might want to check your bank account to see if it's all there.
I don't get it. What does that have to do with anything right now?
I mean that if Fred was stalking me to try and pay off his debts, but now he's with you, well, you do the math. Literally, go check your bank and do the math. Is all your money still there?
Hold on. I need to log on to my bank and check something real quick. I don't believe it. My accounts are wiped out. I have nothing left.
Well, I just don't know what to say.
Well, say something! That's my life's work all down the drain. I had $200,000 put away, and now I have nothing. What am I supposed to do?
I guess all I can say is, I told you so?
This isn't a joke. What should I do? I have to pay off my wedding, but I don't have any money.
Yeah, that sounds like a serious you problem.
Julie, you can lend me $50,000, can't you?
Are you seriously trying to ask me for money after all of this?
But, I mean, you can help me out, can't you?
I seriously can't even believe you. You blew up your own wedding to have an affair all to get revenge on me, and it was for nothing. In fact, you lost not only your husband, but all your money, too.
So, you mean you don't think that Brian will take me back after this?
Actually, I think you might actually be okay in that department.
Wait, you mean it? But why? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I can't wrap my head around it at all.
Well, you might not know this, but Brian actually can't have any children of his own.
What do you mean? Are you serious? How could that be? I just don't understand.
That's right. But his family apparently really wants grandchildren. I remember the first time that I went to visit his family, he had apparently told them that it was my fault that we hadn't had kids yet.
You're kidding me. So what happened then? You have to tell me. I need to know.
Well, when I say they really want grandchildren, I mean that they really want grandchildren. Some of them were so mad that they tried to attack me. But I handled them all pretty easily, and then we were able to talk.
Oh, yeah. You used to box, didn't you?
Aw, thank you for remembering. I just never thought that I would have had to use it in a place like that. Anyways, Brian probably thought that a rich girl like you would have been a perfect mark since he wasn't going to be getting anything from his family without a kid.
But that's crazy. So crazy, I just don't believe it. How is that even real?
Yeah, well, he has a really weird family. I'm surprised you don't know that. Anyway, I am sure that he will be more than happy to stay married as long as you have money. Oh, but you were just cleaned out, weren't you?
What kind of craziness have I gotten myself into?
I guess you'll find out, won't you? The good news is that after I knocked out Brian's family, the truth came out about his infertility. They all know already, so at least they probably won't attack you as well. But I am sure they are just as crazy as they've ever been. Anyway, see you.
Wait, no, Julie! Come back! Please don't abandon me to this crazy family!
After that, Ariana tried to call off the wedding. But before anything could be finalized, Ariana started feeling sick. It turned out she was pregnant. Since people around Brian knew that he couldn't have kids, when Ariana started to show her pregnancy, people began to talk. Weirdly, it actually made Brian's parents take more kindly to her. With Fred gone and a baby on the way, both of their parents railroaded them into having the wedding. Fred, the child's real father, was long gone with all of Ariana's money, but at least now she had a crazy new family to rely on. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Bailey. I don't mean to rush you, but could you please give me an answer to my proposal? I know it's a big decision, but it's been a while now.
Yeah, sorry. I still can't give a definite answer right now. I do love you, but there's some things I need to determine before I'm sure of my decision.
Oh? Like what?
Like your potential as a man in climbing up the corporate ladder. Love should come above all else, but a lack of a good financial foundation is the cause of a lot of marital turmoil.
That. Well, it's only been 3 years since I started working in this company. At this rate, it's gonna be at least a few more years before I get anywhere particularly good here, promotion-wise. That's how the ranks work here, unfortunately.
Yeah. And putting my reply to your proposal on hold until then is... well... The longer I wait for you to be promoted to be sure of our engagement, the more my value as a woman decreases.
You're always prettying yourself up to look your best all the time. But aren't there ways to look good at your age? Not like that matters too much, though. A woman's only value shouldn't be in her looks, right?
Well, I suppose I'll think about it when it comes down to it, but I'm not getting old anytime soon. And you might not understand this, but when you're a woman, looks are everything. They can get you things from a promotion to even a nice husband. In a perfect world, maybe it wouldn't matter, but it does here. And you see, with all the effort I put into maintaining myself, I want to be with someone who can measure up to me as I am right now. If a woman's value is in her appearance, then a man's value is in his pockets. That's why I want you to do your best.
I see. I'm not sure about how I feel about reducing people's values to those two things, but I understand. Well, I'll work hard enough to create the promise of a future where I can expect to climb up the ranks then. I think that's reasonable, at least.
Yeah, right. The sooner that seems like something that's well within reach, the sooner I can come to my decision. It'd be greatly appreciated if you could speed things along as much as possible.
Then I suppose I actually have some good news in that regard.
Like what?
This company is going to have a team assigned to a huge project. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I do. A project that the CEO is personally overseeing.
To be honest, I was asked directly if I'd be willing to become a member of the department working on it.
Oh, that is great news!
And if this project is successful, then a promotion will definitely be within my grasp. I'll give it my all, so could I ask you to wait a little longer?
Got it. Yeah, I think I can wait a bit more.
Sup, Eric? How's it hanging? What? Rick? Yup, it's been a while. Haven't talked since we graduated college. How have you been? Oh, I forgot to block you. How careless of me. Huh? I guess it's not too late to fix my mistakes, though. Thanks for reminding me. See ya. You sure you want to do that? If you block me, things are gonna get rough for you. God, what is it? How could you possibly ruin my life again? You're in the planning department for Company X, right? Uh-huh. Well, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna become a member there too. Looking forward to working with you, partner. What? That can't be right. Weren't you working at a different company after graduating? You think people go their entire lives without changing jobs? Although I gotta say, I didn't expect to see you there once I did. That's a funny coinky-dink. If that's the case, then that means you're a low-ranking new hire to the company, right? Yeah, I suppose. That doesn't make any sense then. How are you getting in this planning department? They're not gonna let just anyone on board. Hell, I had to work my butt off for 3 years to even get considered. Why do you get to take the highway? Not to mention you need to be put on an evaluation period where they determine whether or not you're actually a good fit for the company. They wouldn't put someone who might only be here temporarily on such an important team. Right, about that. There's no need for that stuff in my case. I'm totally exempt, unlike you plebs. Why not? Think about my last name. Does it ring any bells? It's been a while. What was it again? Hold on. Don't tell me you're related to the CEO. Ding, ding, ding! That's right! Specifically, I'm his nephew. And considering who the CEO's only brother is, that means you're also the son of the senior managing director. Exactly! So essentially, this is nepotism. What? You got a problem with that? Don't get jealous just because I got the connections you don't. I don't think it's always bad to get jobs through your family or relatives or anything. I heard most people get their jobs through various connections they already had, and that's why networking is important. But in your case, I find it highly questionable.
Hey, if you keep talking to me like that, you're gonna regret it big time. Listen, since we're from the same university and all, I'll let you in on a little something. The CEO has no kids, right?
Yeah, I heard he lost his wife and has been living alone as a widow ever since. She died pretty soon after they got married, and they never had any kids as a result.
Yep, and I'm an only child myself. In other words, the only person who's next in line to be the CEO is me. It's for your own good that you listen to me now while you can. Maybe I'll remember you and show you some mercy when I'm up there calling the shots.
What are you even saying?
Huh?
Did you forget what you've done?
What? Is this related to your whole "you ruined my life" thing?
Well, I don't really want to bring it back up again, actually. Anyway, it doesn't matter whether you're a relative or the next CEO. What doesn't change is the fact you're still a newbie. Don't stir up any trouble around the company, you hear?
Got it! No need to tell me twice.
Hey, Eric. I heard the newbie was one of your classmates back in college. Is that true?
What? Wait, did you already meet him?
The general affairs department that I work at includes a receptionist desk, so it's natural that I would. I was requested to show him around the company, and we got to talking about a lot of things. And that's how I found out he was a classmate.
I see.
Oh, and additionally, he's the CEO's nephew and the son of the senior managing director?
Seems like it. I found that out for the first time yesterday, actually. He sent me a bunch of annoying messages over WhatsApp bragging about it.
Is that right?
What? Are you thinking about something?
No, nothing really. I was just a little curious since I heard you guys were both in the same planning department now. Small world, huh?
Uh-huh. Look, I don't want to give you a negative first impression of him, and I hate to talk badly of others, but I gotta warn you about him.
What?
He was infamous for being a womanizer amongst our peers. When he spots a woman he likes, he can't keep his paws off of them. It doesn't matter if they're taken or not, he'll go for them anyway. His morals are rotten to the core, and I doubt he's changed.
What? Really?
I know at least 10 guys who had their girlfriends stolen by him, and there definitely have been more. I'm sure you can guess this from the fact he's the CEO's nephew and the son of the senior managing director. But his family is rich, and whenever he goes after those girls, it's like he's weaponizing their wealth and status to prey on those who don't know any better. It's embarrassing to admit, but I was one of those guys who had his girlfriend stolen back then.
Wow.
Yeah, it took me a really long time to recover from that. Who would have thought he'd show up in my life again? Ugh. It really dampens my mood to think about. Look, I'm not saying he's an absolute demon, but just be careful around him. You don't know what his intentions really are. He'd probably just use you.
Got it. Thanks for warning me.
Hey, Bailey. Where are you right now?
Huh? Eric? That's weird. I thought I told you we couldn't see each other today. I'm out drinking with a friend. Do you need something?
Even after all I said, you didn't listen.
What? You got a problem? Just tell me.
Who are you with right now? Tell me the truth.
I told you, a friend. You don't know them. I'm drinking at a bar with them. What, am I not allowed to hang out with my friends? I didn't think you're the jealous type.
No, that's a lie. You're with Rick at a hotel right now, aren't you?
What?
These past 2 weeks, I thought it was strange. You kept saying you were busy and canceling all of our plans last minute. I never would have guessed that this was the reason why. How could you?
Aw, I guess you saw us then. How careless of me. I should have been more cautious.
Really? That's your response? You wish you could have kept me in the dark for as long as possible? You're unbelievable. And you're already going to a hotel with a guy you met 2 weeks ago? That's absurd.
Oops. You think that's absurd? Wait until I tell you that's not the first time we've done that at all.
Excuse me?
Yep. In fact, we've been doing it since the day after he started at the company.
Hold on, are you serious? That means after I warned you about him, you went after him literally the next day. Why? How did that happen? Don't you have an ounce of self-control?
I guess that warning backfired for you because that actually made me want him more.
What? How does that make sense?
He switches from one woman to the next on top of stealing them from their boyfriends. That just means his charms and attractiveness must be off the charts, right? He's extremely desirable. And you know, every woman deep inside wants a bad boy around. It's boring if they're all little goody two-shoes. And then you add the fact that he's the CEO's nephew and the son of the senior managing director into the mix. And to top it all off, he's a fresh face to the company. But he got to skip the evaluation period. He headed straight into the planning department where a lot of the big shot important people get to go.
I didn't expect you to interpret my warning that way. I don't get this at all.
Oh, and best of all, he's the next CEO!
Huh? Well, that's...
I did it! I met the man of my dreams! He was who I was looking for all my life.
Say what?
He's so early on in his career, but he's already set up such a good financial foundation for himself. It's incredible! With this, I doubt he'll ever have to worry about his job prospects. But maybe it's because he's good looking. But I noticed the other girls were starting to eye on him too. I mean, it's not like it's common knowledge yet that he's the CEO's nephew or that he's from a rich family. I thought to myself, if I didn't act fast, I'd lose my chance. It wouldn't take long for other people to find out who he was. So that's why I made my move the next day. And can you believe it? He actually told me he fell in love with me at first sight. It was like a fairy tale. That day, we swore our eternal love to each other in the hotel for the first time. As someone who spares no expense when it comes to polishing myself, I finally met a man who's worthy of me. I truly and honestly fell in love with him. He's a perfect match for a woman of my caliber.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt your swooning, but if you were going to do that, could you have at least broken it off with me or something first? Just because you were still deciding on your response doesn't suddenly void our relationship entirely. We're still together.
What?
Oh my god, don't give me that. Isn't it common sense? What, did you think our entire relationship was put on pause? That you can go out and flirt with any man on the street who happens to catch your fancy?
But I had to act fast to get a catch like him, or else the other girls would get to him first.
God, have some self-control. You had a boyfriend. You know what they call people like you. A two-timer. And being a cheater is one of the worst things you can do to your romantic partner.
We haven't been engaged, so it's not two-timing. I can do what I want in my love life. You're not the boss of me.
Don't act like such a bratty child and listen to me. I'm saying I don't understand the sheer nerve someone must have to see that there's a despicable act they could do to break someone's heart and to go and dirty their hands as if it were as easy as breathing. In other words, it's extremely easy to not cheat on someone. You just don't do it. Simple as that.
What are you even talking about? That pretty much flew over my head.
If you don't get it even after explaining, then fine. Whatever. I'm done with you. Let's break up. Bye.
Wow, really? I'm so relieved. I thought you were gonna stubbornly try to hang on or something. You're pulling out of the relationship of your own accord first, right? Thank you!
Sup, Eric? Gracias for breaking up with Bailey. You stepped down nice and easy for us. It's a huge help. So sorry for stealing your girlfriend yet again. She's sleeping by my side right now. A good woman like this is 1 in a million, I'll tell you that. Too bad you're missing out. It seems like she doesn't want you anymore, so I'll have plenty of fun with her until I'm bored. See ya!
I guess I should tell you since you're my ex and all, but I'm resigning from this company.
Cool.
And you want to know why? Drum roll, please. It's because I'm pregnant with Rick's child. Now it's practically set in stone that I'll be the wife of the next CEO. I did it!
Wow, you've really done it now. Yikes. Things are about to get real sticky for you.
Huh? What's with that phrasing? Are you jealous?
Well... it's gonna be a pain if you flip out at me later for not telling you sooner, so I might as well say it now.
What?
And I'm just going to preface this by saying that I learned this myself for the first time today. Don't get angry at me. If I could have told you sooner, I probably would have.
Okay. And? What is it?
Well, first of all, it hasn't actually been determined who's next in line to be the CEO.
Huh?
You're part of the General Affairs Department. They compile all the information within the company, but there was probably no information about who the next CEO would be. So I thought this wouldn't be a surprise. You'd be among the first to know.
But Rick said so himself. That although it hasn't been formally announced or anything, it's secretly already been decided behind the scenes. I thought that was why there was no tangible information about it.
So you believed him even though he had a major misunderstanding. You're gonna find he does that a lot.
Huh? So it's wrong?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, it's true that he is the nephew of the CEO and the son of the senior managing director. But he involved himself with debauchery one too many times, and they had just about had it with him. It seems they're on the verge of cutting ties with him altogether. I don't know if they'd want to make someone like that the next CEO.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Considering that, don't you think it's weird that they went through the trouble of securing a spot for him in this company? Well, turns out there's a very good reason for that. He's a man with a wife and kids, but he got his hands on 3 girls at his last company and was 3-timing them.
What? Seriously? That's crazy!
Yeah, I told you he really can't keep his hands to himself. Though with that affair, his wife divorced him and took the kids. He's on his own now.
Huh? I had no idea he's already had a divorce!
Oh, you think he only did that once? That's cute. It was the second time.
Are you serious?
We're getting off track here. It was hard to remain at his old company after all that drama, so he resigned. And after he went crying to his senior managing director of a father, he pulled some strings to get him into my company.
So that's how it is. I thought...
that after completing his training to become the next CEO, he was welcomed into our company with open arms. Something like that.
Yeah, I did.
To tell you the truth, that guy didn't do any work at all while he was in our company. He thought the CEO and senior managing director would support him no matter what. So while he was still in his evaluation period, he just did whatever he wanted and stirred up a ton of trouble in the planning department. It was a huge mess.
What? But I thought he got into that department without having to go through an evaluation or anything.
Again, that was one of his many misunderstandings. His evaluation period began in the planning department instead of somewhere else like how it usually is. He's not exempt from it. He was so ill-behaved, they halted his evaluation period in the other department they put him in, so he became our problem instead. And then his evaluation period ended today without him being offered a permanent position in our company.
Wait, what? Then what does that mean?
In other words, they didn't hire him. They have no obligations to keep him around, so he's unemployed now.
No way!
This was the last chance his father gave him to turn his life around. Since that fell through, his father is giving up. He plans to resign from his position and move to the countryside with his wife. I wonder what Rick's gonna do now that he's got no one around to help him. He has 4 kids between his previous 2 wives.
4?
And he might be getting another soon.
Oh. Mine?
Well, now there's nothing else for him to do but find a new job the old-fashioned way.
You've got to be kidding me. No, I don't want this. Hey, Eric. I'll get back together with you, so please, could you help take care of my child?
Oh, I have a fiancé, so no thanks.
You what?
After I broke up with you, My uncle introduced me to this new girl, and man, she was so wonderful. I began dating her with every intention of marrying her someday. I proposed to her recently, and she agreed. I'm still so happy about it.
I can't believe you're gonna marry someone just because you were introduced to her. You're better off with someone like me, who you naturally came to date, rather than someone who was artificially brought into your life.
Says the person who went to the hotel with a guy she met only the day before. Anyway, it's because it didn't work out with you that things are the way they are.
But I'm a 1 in a million kind of girl. I'm a rarity.
You don't seem to realize it yourself, so I'll say it now. I initially fell in love with that confidence of yours. How elegant and graceful and sure of yourself you were.
Right?
But the moment you cheated on me, your value depreciated in my eyes. I think you should have focused more on yourself as a person rather than your looks, because that's where your real value as a woman lies.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look at yourself objectively. Getting a boyfriend when you already have one. Not to mention how you went to a hotel with him the day after you met him. Any sane person wouldn't want an easy woman who'd go out and cheat on them, don't you think?
No way.
Wow, I guess you might not understand even that much.
No. That's how others see me now?
Yep. You've really turned out to be a disappointing woman. A real fall from grace. I hope we never meet again. Goodbye. After what we talked about, she decided that maybe leaving the company wasn't the best idea. But it had already been several days since she turned in her resignation, and it was too late. They denied her request to reinstate her contract. For the sake of their unborn child, she and Rick got married. They didn't bother with an actual wedding since neither of them had a job. His father felt sorry for the child since it's not his fault that his parents are the way they are, so he sent $50,000 in financial support. But the two of them mistook it as their allowance or something and spent it all at once. God knows on what. The next month, they asked him when they'll get their next allowance. That caused him to realize what they'd done. It was determined they weren't fit to be parents, so plans were put in place to have that child adopted by some distant relatives. And it seems now they have to pay back that $50,000 they misused by any means necessary. Now it seems they work day and night every day to pay it all off, grumbling and cursing all the while.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more content just like this. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. What did you think? Would you have done something differently? We're looking forward